Oh, wow. Yeah, we missed quite a few picks, which is alright. Updated my title. Rin A. Dasuga. Thank you for the follow. No broadcaster, since I am the broadcaster. And it does look like they were able to update the stream showing Sun Gaming up 2-0 in the series, even though they've only won one game so far tonight. They did get a one-game advantage, considering that they were coming through the upper bracket. And let's look at the draft so far. Newbee Young, Brewmaster, and Ogre in an Ogre pickup. I hope Newbee has learned from their mistake in the previous match and won't draft all heroes that rely on long cooldown ultimates. Hope they pick up, I don't know, maybe a Medusa of their own, but we'll have to see. Razor has yet to be banned out for Newbee Young. I think that definitely should be their 5th ban, as you don't want to put a Razor or a Brewmaster up against a Razor lane. Yeah, and good ban coming out from Newbee Young. That's basically why you're streaming to this cast, for those call-outs.
Weaver.
Like the Razor ban, Weaver. So no silences coming out from Newbee Young. Not a whole bunch of lockdown other than the Brewmaster ult. Weaver seems like a pretty good draft or pickup under those circumstances. Weaver also can fare fairly well against Brewmaster in lane. When Drunken Haze, Weaver actually gets 2 hits in order to try and get that to secure the CS. for for Newbee Young, excuse me, they're probably going to be drafting some sort of position 4. Next, let's see what is gonna need AoE stun. Slardar still in the pool. Bic OYYY, thank you for the follow. Puck. Okay. So I guess Newbee Young will be laning Puck in the mid lane. Okay, I can dig it. So Puck mid lane, Brewmaster off lane, Ogre Magi to roam and support. Not quite sure what position 5 Newbee Young would want to pick up here. Winter Wyvern's still in the pool. I think that would be a decent pickup for Newbee Young, but there's a lot of magic damage coming in from AA and Sand King, as well as AA can Ice Blast anybody Winter Wyvern's healing, so maybe that's not the best pickup. Rubik is still in the pool, and yeah, for Newbee Young, I think Rubik should be their 4th pickup, since Rubik is very, very good against the Sand King and AA. Even stealing Sakuchi for Rubik is pretty good. Use your logic. Thank you for the follow. Newbee played better than Sun in the last game. I mean, I would agree up until the point Luna didn't buy back. And after Luna didn't buy back, that was just such a massive misplay that... Yeah. But Newbee was certainly outdrafted and very reliant on their ultimates coming in, like Ravage and Eclipse. And then once the Medusa was finally able to farm her BKB at about the 35-minute mark, it was pretty much too late. Yeah, I know. I should definitely change that, but too far to heaven. But up until this point, like, I've been casting to like 1 person, maybe 3 people, maybe 5 people, and like I've never, other than like yesterday, And now today, I've never really had the follow sound being peppered at me constantly. No, she had Eclipse available for the second team fight, or the second to last team fight. And look at that. Who called the Rubik pick? Just saying. But Doom pickup for Sun Gaming, very good against pretty much every hero on Newbee Young, exception being Ogre, who doesn't really care if a big team fight ult is used on him. But Puck and Brewmaster you can shut down pretty easily once Doom gets, say, a Shadow Blade or a Blink Dagger to initiate on him. So PL ban coming out from Sun Gaming. I guess Weaver does not like being countered against PL. That makes a lot of sense. Newbee Young looking for their final pickup in the draft, looking for a position 1 carry. Need some right click. Anti-mage. I guess Anti-Mage is pretty good against Ancient Apparition and Sand King. Once he has Abyssal, we'll be able to lock down the Weaver. If he's able to get the jump onto Doom and Manta Style, I'd say it's a decent pickup. But Anti-Mage, Vector Cools, thank you. Wonder if I can disable that.
Dragon Knight.
And you lied to me. Thank you again for the follow. Let's see. Okay, so I think I just removed all the follow alerts, so you may not hear any more of those today, just because it was getting obnoxious hearing that sound over and over and over again. But I do appreciate anybody who does follow the stream. Just not going to be able to get that pinging sound over and over. But DK, so Sun Gaming looking to push early and often. DK, with his ultimate, should be able to blink, stun, Anti-Mage, possibly getting early pick off. But overall, it's just they needed someone that can bring down towers and stand in front of team fights. And DK certainly fits that bill. So I think this is the first Sun Gaming versus Newbee Young draft that I actually favor the Newbee Young draft over Sun Gaming. I think there is several different ways to start team fights with either Rubik, Puck, or Brewmaster being able to initiate. There's plenty of split push opportunities and plenty of split push opportunities coming out for the AM. AM should have a pretty solid game if he's laning up against the Doom. Maybe we'll struggle a little bit against if he's laning against the Weaver. But Newbee Young did spot out the Weaver in the top lane and will be sending Anti-Mage to the bottom. Please change weather. I don't know. I think it's kind of relaxing to listen to the rain in the background. That's something I actually do enjoy. Like maybe I can get a little bit festive and change it to snow in the near future. But for now, I don't want to try and toggle through all the UI settings in order to change it before this particular match. But that is sort of a personal preference of mine, having the weather going on in the background. But Newbee Young actually get the laning matchups that they were hoping for, as they did spot out the Weaver in the top lane, like I was talking about. AM versus Doom, with the Ogre helping him out. Should be. So pings coming out here in the top lane. Brewmaster able to pull a wave of creeps. Will not pull it for free, Cold Feet will come in. Body blocks actually will be able to proc the Cold Feet. Sakuchi will not be able to secure a kill onto the Brewmaster, who will just be able to salve up and get a set. Okay, so Cold Feet able to remove the salve. Brewmaster missing every last hit of the first wave, and since he did that, will not be able to get level 2 off of that. Pretty unfortunate for him. And hopefully, yeah, so he gets level 2. Ogre roaming mid, harassing down the DK, but already has 1 level in Dragon's Blood. He should be fine. Puck is not going to be happy with the dumb Ogre pulling away half the wave, and Puck will have to deal with the consequences there. Pro mid laners definitely don't appreciate you messing up their creep aggro. Sand King looking to get a stun off onto the Brewmaster, possibly looking for the first blood here. Brewmaster pretty tanky though, with the passive Drunken Brawler already queued up, and he will be good to go despite the bugs coming out from Weaver. In the bottom lane, Ogre and Rubik Lift is available, and with the Fade Bolt should be able to secure that kill. Trying to give the last hit to the AM. Very well played by the Rubik. Now, those in chat, if you're playing the Rubik, who here uses a Fade Bolt in that situation? I use the Fade Bolt in that situation. But that's why I'm not a pro. Rubik very kindly giving the last hit to AM first blood, and he should be able to secure his power treads relatively early in this game. As for Puck, has double null, doing very well in the mid lane, already 12 last hits, top of the last hit leaderboard. AM, wow, AM's crushing it, 12 and 12, getting 12 denies already. He's going to be a monster coming in for Newbee Young, and definitely the start that they needed to have, despite the Brewmaster sort of getting zoned out here. And I say he's getting zoned out, but he's already level 3 and 3/4 of the way to level 4. Compare that with the Doom, who's only level 2, and Brew actually doing quite fine on his own. Hasn't even fed a kill yet. Brew working on Bottle First will be able to help him sustain through harassment coming in from Weaver. Already 2 levels in Sakuchi, will be able to spam that out once he gets a Ring of Aquila and possibly raindrops. In the mid lane, okay, so DK not going early level in Dragon Tail, so they're probably not going to be able to get a kill onto the Puck unless Puck massively misplays it. But DK has sort of turned this mid lane around. Good right-click animation along with a Quelling Blade. Out CSing the Puck just a little bit, has a double damage rune bottled up. A small farming advantage going towards Newbee Young, but overall I'd say the bigger deal is just the fact that AM is free farming and it's not even being contested by Sun Gaming. I think a very farmed anti-mage will obliterate a very farmed Weaver come the mid to, maybe not the mid game, but certainly the past, say, the 35-minute mark where AM really reaches his peak. Rubik working on its on its mana boots, about 300 gold away from that. Possibly looking to get aggressive here with Ogre. Doom has shown himself in the bot lane. Lift is available, but Ogre sort of got distracted in the mid lane. Ogre got distracted by a Sand King illusion. Gets 4 gold, but he could have probably gotten a Doom kill. So, not sure whether that was worth it or not. But they may end up getting the Doom kill anyway. Body blocks coming in. Will they give the last hit to AM? Yes, they will. AM should have power treads and 800 gold in its pocket already. In the meantime, Brewmaster did fall in the top lane. Missed that. 2 kills happening simultaneously there. But Sun Gaming actually getting a little bit of a better deal, as Brewmaster was quite a bit more farmed than the Doom. Weaver actually doing pretty well in the last hit department, 29 last hits. Normally you see carry struggle when Drunken Haze is being used on him, but Weaver doing a pretty good job of securing his farm early on in this game. DK no slouch either. Has bottle, magic wand already. Working on power treads. 5 minutes into the game. Oh, stun coming in. We'll be able to catch out the Rubik, making a dubious rotation. Dragon Tail use onto the puck. We'll be able to silence and Illusionary Orb away to safety. Shrine being used up, and good bottle usage by the Ogre, or just well played. Timing out the TP in. Brewmaster ult has been used. We'll be trying to catch out the AA and we'll be able to do that. Sand King stun was on to one of the broodlings here, but may end up paying for it with his life. Maybe not the wisest decision to try and challenge the Brewmaster during his ultimate, but a follow-up. Okay, Burrow Strike will be able to get him away. Weaver not level 6 yet, so won't be able to regen the burst damage coming in from Brewmaster, but he's surrounded by 3, will end up falling. Good rotation coming in from the Doom, able to bring down the Brew. Definitely not worth trading his life for the AAs. They do get an additional 200 gold for the Brew kill, and Brewmaster also doesn't have his ultimate for the next minute or so, which is super important for just as a escape mechanism so we can farm in lane. And as I'm talking about that, Sand King falls in the bot lane, huh? Yeah, so Sand King fell in the bot lane, ultimate used by AM in order to secure that kill. And if we look, AM is 2-0-1 already here in the early phases of the game. Top of the net worth charts, 1,000 gold ahead of the Weaver in the opposite lane, and that net worth difference is just going to skyrocket once he is able to complete his Battle Fury. 8 minutes in, AM's going to get double bountier in here. Yeah, AM's loving life. Loving life, living large on the AM. CS lol. Puck, in the meantime, has 450 gold. Should be interesting to see whether she goes for Blink Dagger first, or whether she completes up the Veil. I can see arguments for both, but I think completing the Veil first would just be a little bit better. Just one additional armor in case she gets caught out in a Dragon Tail. And just the extra regen will help her stay in the lane longer. But a early Blink Dagger will help Newbee Young with initiations. As of right now, they're just relying on Brewmaster running in and ulting. So that certainly can be dodged by pretty much anybody on Sun Gaming at this point. Particularly the Weaver. Ogre actually falling down in the bot lane. Good rotation coming in from the Dragon Knight, which I was not able to catch. But DK with his Elder Dragon form will be trying to at least get some chip damage onto the tier 1 tower, which is full health. AM currently in mid, possibly looking to get a third kill onto the Doom. That actually goes towards the puck. Sand King stun is available, but not enough mana to do it. 7-1 charges, decides against it. Probably could have brought down the puck if he was a little bit lucky there. DK using his ultimate onto the Brewmaster, who counters it with his. Will he be able to get the stun off onto the Earth Panda? Yes, he will. Currently being right-clicked and burned down by the Fire Panda. Puck making a rotation. Good silence will prevent the Dragon Tail coming out from the DK, but he will eventually be able to get that out. One last stun coming in from the Brewmaster. Sets up for the lift. Coming in from the Rubik. And down goes DK. About 500 gold exchanged between the two teams. Thanks to that. Puck gets caught out by double damage Sand King and Doom. was brought down there. Ooh, dang. Brewmaster actually right-clicking pretty hard, but Burrow Strike is available for the Sand King, so he should be fine. DK, TPing down to the bot lane. Elder Dragon Form is available. AA on his way down as well. AA is level 4, so good double stun coming in. Epicenter, follow-up, burst damage. Brewmaster will probably end up dying here if they're able to get one more right-click coming in. Oh, wow. Puck coming in with the burst damage, able to bring down the Sand King. DK chasing was able to bring down... DK able to armlet toggle... No, not armlet toggling, just very tanky and lots of regen coming in from its passives. But Puck looks like he may... Wow, he doesn't stay there very long. Instead, jaunts right into the waiting arms of Weaver. Sakuchi available for Rubik, but not enough mana to use it. And it's just going to be a 1-for-1 exchange. Gold lead going towards Sun Gaming, as Brewmaster is just a little bit more farmed than Sand King at this point in the game. 2-on-1 in the top. Let's see, what's Brewmaster working on? Working on Blink Dagger first. I certainly agree with that decision, as Newbee Young are kind of lacking initiation early on in this game. Brewmaster ult is available. Will be dusting and immediately using it. Stun coming in will burn down the Sand King with a Fire Panda, unless he's able to juke through the trees here, that's exactly what happens. Brewmaster will try and follow up onto the Doom, but should probably retreat, and that's exactly what he's doing. Doesn't want a follow-up stun coming in from Sand King. He was at about roughly 60% HP. Dragon Knight and Viz in the mid lane. Will not try and go onto the Puck just yet. AA is looking to set up something here. Weaver has rotated over for the kill as well. Wow! The Puck able to dodge a stun coming in from DK. I haven't seen that before. DK stun is just damn near instantaneous, but Puck able to dodge it. So very well played by him. Sun Gaming's just going to have to settle for Ogre pickoff, but Sand King able to get the Burrow Strike onto the Puck, and Sun Gaming just proving to be a little bit more organized here in the early stages. But that's kind of okay for Newbee Young, as they have an anti-mage with Battle Fury and 600 gold in his pocket at the 13-minute mark. And I think if you ask Newbee Young, do you want to be down 1,000 gold but have Battle Fury up by 13 minutes on your anti-mage, they'll say yes to that proposition pretty much 10 out of 10 times. And with AM about 1,500 gold ahead of the Weaver as of right now, he's going to become a monster here. Even farming ancient stacks, brought to you in part by the Ogre, using Bloodlust in order to secure that farm. 1,500 gold all the way towards his Yasha. In the meantime, Weaver is working on a Lincoln Sphere. Probably needs about 2,200 gold in order to get that. Puck ult has been used, as well as AA Blast will not, actually does hit onto the Rubik, using the Sakuchi to try and get out of the way. Brewmaster ult down for the next 4 seconds. Able to right click down the Sand King though. Doom has been used on Brewmaster. He's pretty tanky, he can handle it, 1,400 HP. Going straight towards the Radiance build after Blink Dagger. Doom will try to be running away, but ultimate is available for Brew. He'll be using that. Follow-up stun. Burn coming in from the Fire Panda will be able to bring down the second kill for Newbee Young in that team fight. 900 gold going in Newbee Young's pockets, and in the meantime, AM just doing AM things. Right-clicking creeps. Yasha and Battle Fury in hand at the 15-minute mark. DK doing his best to try and split push. In the meantime, has double damage up. Armlet working on Shadowblade. DK is working on Shadowblade now. Sand King has about 200 gold towards completing his Blink Dagger, which is going to be super important if Sun Gaming are going to want to try and catch out the AM and stop the free farm that he's been enjoying for the past 15 minutes of this game. So, oh, wow. So, good stun coming in from the Ogre. Will probably net them a kill onto the Sand King. Actually, goes down to the Ignite. Or maybe not Ignite. Yeah, Ignite coming in from Ogre. Rubik getting a little farm of his own. Position, I'm going to call him position 4. Has Urn of Shadows. Arcane Boots. Working on Blink Dagger. It'll be a little bit though. AM sort of takes up all the farm on the map. And now Puck says, it's my turn to farm the lane. Rubik, you can hide in the trees. Puck has completed the Blink Dagger before going Veil. And actually skipping the Veil altogether and going... into the Lincoln Sphere. I mean, Lincoln's makes a whole lot of sense against a Sand King and a Doom, so I perfectly understand why Puck would want to purchase that up. But with all the burst damage that not only the Puck, but the Panda provides, I would think a Veil would be a pretty valuable pickup, along with the armor against right clicks coming in from Weaver and DK. Sand King getting caught out here by the Puck Dream Coil, and it may be a support Sand King falling for the position 3 Brewmaster, so not necessarily a great trade coming out for Newbee Young. A good Doom able to secure that kill before Panda was able to get off his ultimate. So 2k gold lead for Newbee Young. AM still hitting creeps. DK still trying to push down lanes with his team. And the anti-mage train has left the station for sure. Looks like he has already purchased up the Manta style. Is recipe on the courier? No, I don't know where the recipe is, but I'm sure it will be coming to AM relatively shortly. So Manta, Battle Fury by the 18-minute mark is a pretty darn fast item buildup on the AM. We'll be able to... Oh, big team fight possibly coming in. Smoke rotation with Brewmaster. We'll be using his ultimate immediately to possibly... Yes, he does secure the kill onto the Weaver. Doom is not available for the next 60 seconds, and Sun Gaming will have to try and retreat here. AA will end up going down to the right-click damage being supplied by the Puck, and as well as the burst damage. Brewmaster ult doing quite a bit of work. 2 for 2 exchange so far. AM has been able to teleport into this fight, and DK will just be able to TP away all the stuns. Have already been used for Newbee. And Brewmaster, don't know what you're planning on doing, but that Sandstorm is going to be lasting for quite some time. And yeah, he just backs up, doesn't want to get stunned by the Sand King on his way out. AM will continue farming until further notice. Sand King just being obnoxious. He knows that the anti-mage does not have any detection on him. Therefore, why not just stun him and say hello? Oh, there's certainly a chance. If Sun Gaming is able to get a Doom onto the anti-mage, and or yeah, just get a Doom onto the anti-mage, then they're gonna be able to take at least one objective off of it. And every team fight that a AM is killed prior to that team fight, Sun Gaming will be able to push thanks to the right-click damage coming in from the DK. But it's going to be more and more difficult as AM farms up, working on Lincoln Sphere next. Because again, the way Newbee Young wins this game is a Doom onto the AM. Weaver has already completed his Lincoln Sphere. Not a whole lot of things that it blocks. A couple spells from Rubik as well as Ogre. As well as the Panda ult can be really annoying. But overall, I wouldn't have minded seeing like a first item Desolator out of the Weaver just to help DK push down the mid lane, or push down any lane really, and take objectives faster than the AM can. Because AM is Doom Epicenter will be used as well as a Doom onto the AM, and he does go down. And that is 500 gold going into the pockets of to the AM. Brewmaster ult has been used in the bot lane. DK will eventually get caught out here, cycloned up by the Wind Panda. Follow-up stun coming out from the DK is going to be falling in exchange for the AM, but that's certainly something that Sun Gaming is willing to accept, that trade. Did not see the fight recap, but I'm sure AM, they got quite a bit of gold from killing out the AM. Newbee Young actually looking to get aggressive off of getting the DK kill. Don't think Weaver's really wanting to get aggressive here, just trying to clear out the waves. Doesn't want any damage done to his tier 2s. So Doom has already picked up his Blink Dagger. That will be super useful in locking down the AM, who is still working on that Lincoln Sphere at 22 minutes into the game. 13k net worth, so he certainly has not been a slouch as far as farming is concerned. So it's really going to be up to Sun Gaming in order to push objectives and make things happen. And as I say that, they are deciding to go for Roshan. Newbee Young is certainly going to be content to split push and let AM farm before getting aggressive. But Sun Gaming are sort of on a timer here to get Aegis and possibly turn that into tier 2 tower. AA was picked off in the bot lane, as Aegis was taken by Sun Gaming. And I think they'll take that exchange. Rubik got the final last hit onto the AA. Stun coming in onto the Ogre, and he's dead. Rubik has a Blink Dagger, so should be safe here, unless bugs end up hitting him. Able to juke into the trees. Weaver going Maelstrom next. Will help him deal with the split push coming out from AA, but not necessarily a item designed to hit buildings. Doom has been used onto the Buck. Follow-up stun from Sand King. Puck ends up dying. Probably should not be split pushing until she has a Lincoln Sphere. And let's see if Doom's working on BKB. I wouldn't have been surprised if Doom went something like Halberd or something. Just a Lincoln Sphere breaker. Maybe not Halberd, but Force Staff would probably be a better item pickup for the Doom right now than BKB. As I think if Brewmaster is able to initiate onto the Doom, or really if Doom is silenced up at the beginning of the fight, Sun Gaming automatically lose it. And the BKB isn't going to help that at all. What's DK stunning? Okay, DK is just stunning the creeps here. Farming up Ancients with the cleave damage coming in from the Elder Dragon form. Possibly a smoke rotation coming out from Newbee. Playing as 4. Lincoln Sphere has been picked up onto the AA, or excuse me, onto the AM. Level 20 talent will be super obnoxious as he's going to be blinking away many illusions. DK has been caught out here, but Dust will be able to bring down at least a first form for DK. Will not have his ultimate up when coming back. Dream Coil has been used. DK stunned up, will be force staffed out, and the coil will break. Brewmaster, good micro, will be able to lift the Weaver right up into the air. Epicenter is not available for the Sand King, as Doom does fall to the Mana Void coming out from the AM. AM will be able to bring down the AA, but good stun coming in from the Sand King will delay that, at least for a little bit. AA trying to juke around the trees, falls to the AM. BKB used by the DK was able to bring down the puck in that fight, but being chased by the AM will try and armlet toggle. And yeah, so Anti-Mage is done with that, doesn't want to get outplayed with the armlet toggle and multiple stuns coming in from Sun Gaming. Decides just to leave with his life. 3-for-2 exchange, definitely not a Newbee Young favored fight. Sun Gaming pretty much outplaying him, and they get 1,400 gold for doing so. But still, it's AM who's leading. I mean, you're right. They have 6,000 additional gold on the AM, so that's 6,000 additional gold that can pretty much be eliminated by one Doom. And while Anti-Mage could absolutely destroy the next fight and Newbee Young could win it, like, he's going to have to be very, very cautious while split pushing, as if he gets caught out by the Doom, that is multiple objectives taken by Sun Gaming pretty much automatically. Good deny coming out from Anti-Mage. Slight 2k gold lead onto Newbee Young. Again, heavily centered around the AM. Puck, I guess, has his Lincoln Sphere coming out to him. Yep. Lincoln Sphere on the courier will allow the Puck to survive through some of these team fights. Brewmaster, on the other hand, still working towards the Radiance. About 900 away from the Sacred Relic. Newbee Young still just waiting around for Anti-Mage to get super fat, super farmed. And not sure whether I agree with the Vanguard pickup first. It feels like AM was kited around quite a bit in the previous engagement, and I think Basher probably would have been the better pickup. But buying the Vanguard first does allow AM to get a little bit stronger while retaining buyback, and I'm guessing that was the thought process behind getting the Vanguard first. Certainly, it was not because he prefers the Vanguard over Basher, and it may have just been because he was near a secret shop. Newbee Young putting Anti-Mage in front. Not sure whether they want to be pushing high ground. Epicenter being channeled will be able to be landed onto the AM, who is chain locked and stunned and will be going down. So that is 21,000 net worth being placed at the front lines and killed by Newbee Young's poor decision making, and Puck will be lucky to make it out alive. Yeah, not sure what Newbee Young was thinking. AA Blast coming in, so Puck will wisely leave the fountain, not wanting to. Yeah, Panda actually does fall. DK with a triple kill in that fight. Newbee Young inexplicably pushes high ground without Aegis onto the AM, and not only that, they had AM standing in the front of the line. They didn't even have a Brewmaster ult zoning out in front of them. I mean, Newbee Young, very, very questionable plays coming out there, and hopefully they will be more conservative in their shot calling in the future. Don't worry, it's still a Newbee Young win. Okay, we'll see. Like, Newbee Young is just making these very, very weird plays, and Puck wasn't even able to shift blink out, and Sandstorm cancels blink, and Puck ends up dying. Newbee Young has to get all their shit together and just get it all together. Get all all 4 heroes, other than AM, put them in one location in the map, and have AM farm behind them. And rinse and repeat that strategy until AM has Aegis and an Abyssal Blade. But still, now it looks like it's Brewmaster's turn to get caught out here. DK coming in, AA Blast soon to follow, and 6 seconds left onto the Brewmaster ult. He should be falling just now. So, Newbee Young, sort of 322ing right now, and hopefully the team captain will be able to gather the troops. Remember, you're playing with an anti-mage. Group up as 4. Put anti-mage behind you. Wait for AM to get Abyssal Blade. And step 1 has been completed. Abyssal Blade will be onto the AM, so the AM himself will be able to get solo kills on pretty much anybody on Sun Gaming. Yeah, this has been a very interesting matchup coming in from Newbee Sun Gaming. I really hope Newbee is able to pull this off, as I do want to cast at least one other game for you folks. But they're gonna have to stop throwing. AM going for Butterfly next. Not sure whether I agree with Butterfly choice coming out from AM. I think there is a significant amount of magic damage from Sun Gaming, and not a whole lot of right-click damage. So I think a heart would make him more survivable than the Butterfly. Heart would be able to help him tank through the Doom and or AA Blast and Epicenter. Stun coming out onto the Rubik, who was frontlining. AM able to blink. Yule Scepter, good Yules coming out from the Sand King. Will be able to Sandstorm away, not able to get the kill onto the Sand King. Very disappointing there, I'm sure, for AM. Reveal of the Abyssal Blade, not able to net himself a kill. Puck farming the bot lane for some reason. Not standing next to the Brewmaster. Sun Gaming will pretty much get a free uncontested Roche due to the lack of organization coming out from Newbee. They're certainly powerful enough to contest the Roshan. They're just not smart enough to stand next to the pit. And did they have wards up? Maybe Newbee Young had a ward up that was dewarded, but you can definitely see the Sun Gaming captain doing a fairly good job of organizing and taking objectives, calling out ganks, and their teamwork and cohesion is pulling them through to a 7,000 gold advantage here. DK actually slowly catching up to the AM thanks to, let's look, DK 10, 2, and 5 here in this game. So very close to, actually does have his Assault Cuirass coming out to him on the on the Courier, 260 damage per last hit, so not an incredible amount of right-click damage coming out from DK, but more than AM. And this is beginning to look pretty scary for the Newbee Young side, as the 35-minute mark is normally what you would see the highest power spike in any AM game, as AM should be pretty much 5 or 6 slotted at the 35-minute. Oh my god, did Puck get caught out again? Okay, so Newbee Young has their Puck caught out. They're not grouped up as 5, despite Sun Gaming having Aegis. AM doing his job in split pushing, but Ogre Magi wandering around behind him. So, like, what is this stand-in doing? What is the purpose of Ogre standing in the middle of the lane right now? Like, all this Ogre is doing is just waiting to get picked off by a Sand King stun or a Doom or a DK. And looks like Ogre waddling through the bottom lane will not. Okay, so hides in the side shop. We'll decide to TP back to base and hopefully stay there until the Puck comes back. Brewmaster still working on his gradients, about 300 gold, or 60 gold away from that. NA math. Brewmaster will have enough money to purchase up the Radiance, and will do so immediately, not saving for buyback. Sun Gaming, 12,000 gold lead at this point, thanks to multiple feeds coming in from the Puck. Puck going towards the bot lane. Please don't go outside your base. Puck, stay there. Puck, don't you move. He sees the creeps coming. Puck wants those creeps, but you can't walk outside your base. Okay, good. Just checking out by my homie Puck. Hopefully Newbee Young will group up, organize, and possibly use a smoke and get a kill of their own. But in the meantime, Aegis will expire in about a minute 45 seconds. Aegis, where is that? Aegis is on the Weaver, who is hitting for about 190 a pop, has Desolator and Mjolnir active, so Weaver can split push very well. Ogre, again, following the AM, not sure what he's planning on. Yeah. So, Newbee Young moving S5. I would say that's the second best decision that they could be making, as opposed to just grouping up S4 and letting AM split push. Brewmaster, sort of out alone. Blinks into the mid lane. Lucky that DK didn't blink stun and kill him. Epicenter being channeled. Will force staff himself into the base. Catches out the Rubik, who just fall instantly. BKB used by the Doom, and Brewmaster will have to use his buyback. Aegis will be falling in the next 30 seconds, so definitely don't want to focus down the Weaver here in the beginning of the fight. We'll instead, no, they'll be focusing down the Weaver, who will BKB and try and push through this. AM instantly stunned up by the DK and will be able to be bursted down. Will immediately buy back and try and save the racks. Aegis will be going down in the next 13 seconds. Anti-Mage will end up focusing down the Weaver first, brings him down once. Is there detection available? There is a gem onto the Puck. Weaver. Okay, so Weaver actually did fall. Not sure how he fell. Maybe he used his ultimate right into AM illusions, I would have to guess. Yeah, so roughly 1,500 gold towards Sun Gaming. They get the tier 3 and a lane of racks off of that. AM walking towards the Roche Pit for some reason. And hopefully Newbee Young will be able to get tier 2 towers off of that. Possibly force a buyback from Weaver. AM certainly strong enough to push down mid. And remember how I suggested Heart earlier? AM is deciding to go for BKB over Butterfly, which I actually agree with the BKB choice over my Heart suggestion. That would certainly help him, help prevent him from getting stun locked in team fights like happened previously. I can dig it. We'll just follow this AM around, watch him farm up the BKB. We'll definitely be buying it out as soon as he gets the gold for it. His buyback is on cooldown for the next 6 minutes, so he has time to farm up the BKB and several thousand gold. Just about 700 gold from completing the BKB. Puck, on the other hand, level 21, took the Illusionary Orb speed talent. Still split pushing by herself. I will point that out. Puck has been caught out. Let's look at Puck's kill death score. 5, 7, and 9 on the Puck. Rubik gets picked off here in the mid lane. And let's just look at the positioning coming out for Newbee Young Gaming. We have Panda farming creeps. Ogre in the base where he's supposed to be. Puck teleported back into the base. So she knows where she's supposed to be. And, okay, Panda coming back as well. So now they'll just start a fight with only the Rubik dead. AM trying his best to split push during all this. AA Blast coming in with a stomp into... Wow. Okay, so AM is going on to the Doom, who does have his ultimate available. AM, good blink out. Dragon Tail used on an illusion. Newbee Young. Okay, able to get a kill onto the Sand King. Good plays coming out from the AM. Doing his job very well of split pushing a side lane. Now, let's see if Newbee Young can stay grouped up as 4. If you're in chat, send them your energy. Just think over and over and over. Group up. And hopefully they will be able to do so. Rubik will decide not to split push the bot lane. Very wisely following the Puck. Who, okay, this Puck and Brewmaster need to start holding hands. Puck rotating down to the bot lane. DK, AA, Weaver, Doom may end up catching him out. Haystern picked up. Puck shows himself in lane. Should immediately blink TP away, but doesn't even have a TP scroll. Puck passes a side shot. Okay, does buy the TP scroll. Weaver will be able to get a free shrine. Does have 3 Newbee Young heroes rotating on him. Invisor on the Ogre. Okay, good coil coming in from the Puck. Puck does have the Aghanim Scepter, so it will stun through the BKB coming out from the Weaver, who has been Yulesed up. Gem is onto the Puck, so they should be able to bring him down despite the Sakuchi being used. And it's Weaver's turn to split push or throw without his enemy team. And the Shrine will be used one last time before Newbee Young most likely will deny it. And actually, they'll just leave it up. Because why not? A little bit odd there, but whatever. I think they got the last little bit of value out of that Shrine. Roshan will be up in the next 17 seconds. With 50 seconds down for the Weaver, I would support Newbee Young just hanging around the Roche Pit until it is available. Wow. Wow. Divine. We have a Divine Rapier, folks. Onto the Anti-Mage. He says none of this, wow. Okay. So, Divine Rapier on Anti-Mage. He says, you know what? I had trouble surviving in these team fights. You know what I could use? A Divine Rapier. I mean, it may work out. Just maybe. Newbee Young will be able to win a massive team fight with a good amount of burst damage coming in from Anti-Mage going bootsless. Still has 414 movement speed without boots. Now, let me tell you a little bit something about agility carries in the late game. They kind of don't need boots anymore. With 130 agility, that additional movement speed, or plus 7.8 movement speed bonus, is pretty darn legit. Along with normally buying a Yasha base item. What was I saying? Yeah. Basically, I don't. The summary of that is I don't like agility carries, and everybody should have to have boots. But Anti-Mage does have a Divine Rapier, so hopefully he'll be able to use that to get a quick pick off to start a team fight and not immediately feed Aegis to a Doom. And Puck wisely spamming his Lincoln Sphere onto the Anti-Mage. Definitely want to secure that Divine Rapier at all costs. DK possibly getting caught out here. Does have support with the Weaver. DK getting focused down by the AM. AA Blast coming in will be able to bring down the first life of the Anti-Mage relatively quickly. Anti-Mage will be putting his boots into this inventory. 4,000 gold, but no BKB. DK was focused down initially. Mana Void will be able to secure that kill. DK down for 98 seconds. Please blink out and run away, AM. He will be able to do so. Weaver trying to focus him down. Will Weaver be able to get the kill? No, he will not. Blink coming out from Sand King trying to chase down the AM, but he will be able to retreat. Did spend his gold onto something, but Puck did fall into the back lines. Brewmaster ult has already been used. He's getting chased down currently by the Doom, who is falling low. Weaver trying to get the right clicks down onto the Brewmaster, who is pretty tanky. Does have a lot of evasion coming in from the Radiance and his passive. AM blinking in onto the DK, trying to bring him down again. Buyback was used on the DK, so he's down for the next 2 minutes of this game. AM possibly securing the victory with the kill onto the DK. Questionable decision for Sun Gaming to continue that team fight. Woo! That was a crazy team fight, but only 9k net worth lead for Sun Gaming at this point. AM knows exactly what he needs to do. He needs to push. Puck used his buyback in that team fight, I do believe. Yes, he did. So hopefully he will be there to support the AM. Definitely want to spam out your Lincoln Sphere onto the AM while he's pushing this mid lane at Rax. AM, what are you doing? You do... Okay, so... AM wants the Brewmaster to be in front of him during these team fights. He will be able to spam out his ultimate, as the level 25 talent will be able to give that a 15-second cooldown. Should be pretty darn good coming out for the Brewmaster. First laner Axe does fall. Second lane soon to follow. 60 seconds left on the dieback timer of the DK. Don't think that he will be around to see the last lane of Rax fall. TP Boots has been purchased by the Rubik. Will be... Oh, Epicenter channeled. We'll be able to catch out the Puck, who is inexplicably in the front lines. AM immediately caught out again. Is able to blink away from the aggression coming out. Weaver trying to chase him down into the back line. Defining Rapier on the floor. Will Rubik be able to pick it up? No, he will not. Divine Rapier. Divine Rapier picked up by... Yeah, okay. So, Divine Rapier picked up on the Weaver, and Brewmaster being caught out. Dieback used on the Puck. AM uses his buyback despite not having TP Boots in order to get back into the team fight, and Weaver should be able to bring down the Rubik. There. That was something. Well, Newbee Young had a good game. Possibly learned some valuable lessons about teamwork. If the first Rapier didn't do it, you know what the next item to purchase. If at first you don't succeed, you gotta try again. And Anti-Mage, you should not be staying in the base. If you're AM, your job is to try and force Sun Gaming back into their base. You can't take a team fight alone. And Brewmaster is gone for the next 60 seconds. AM, you should do AM things. Split push. That is your job. And yeah, this is definitely a poor decision by the AM, just hanging out in his base. Doesn't want to get caught out split pushing, but you literally have no choice but to try and force a TP back from Sun Gaming, unless you're just going to lose megas here. I guess they did have the glyph. AM getting caught out in the middle of 5 Sun Gaming. Dieback has been used, and yeah, that just happened. AM didn't have Brewmaster to the front line, and ends up losing the game. GG called. Newbee Young showing it. Yeah. That's I'm kind of at a loss for words with this game. Newbee Young had everything that they needed to succeed, but again and again and again, either the Puck or the Brewmaster decided that they wanted to split push and not let the AM do his job, and they ultimately paid the price at 27 kills to 41. Sun Gaming able to take that victory. Rapier purchase by the AM. Trying to do some post-game analysis for you folks, but That was a rough one to watch. Newbee Young did not put their best foot forward there. AM purchasing the rapier before purchasing BKB. In the second to last team fight, had 4,000 gold available with a rapier, but didn't have the BKB purchased. And yeah, so Sun Gaming, clear victor. They do win the Pro Dodo Cup China Grand Finals. That's pretty much it as far as the series is concerned. The damage done looks like Weaver topped the charts for Sun Gaming. Puck was able to do about 30,000 damage in that game. I'm not saying disband Newbee Young. I'm just saying maybe you should communicate more and practice playing with the AM in your lineup. Or really just practice late game scenarios where you group up as 5 when you don't know where the enemy team is. It looked like a 3K MMR match, honestly.